Remember that intensity does not necessarily mean intimacy. The narcissist, by playing games of push and pull with you, will create up a tension, not just in your mind. Remember that intimacy doesn't equal intensity. So the narcissist will create this tension, this push and pull dynamic, which will play havoc on your body. And the anxieties and the constant up and downs that you will have suffered will all come out through this passionate sex that you are having with the narcissist. But remember, what is really going on here? I'm going to be exploring this in the video. So hello and welcome back. We've got a great topic to talk about in today's video, and this is all about intimacy, the narcissist and intimacy, and what does that actually mean? Can the narcissist really fulfill you? And I'm going to be talking about what actually has been going on in this connection. So as I was saying, this tension that our body feels, all right, because of this push and pull dynamic with the narcissist. When we end up having sex with the narcissist, this tension release isn't a representation of love or even intimacy. It's another way of pulling you back in and making you feel validated in an unhealthy and selfish way when they feel like you may be starting to distance yourself, or maybe you are, pulling away from them and you're kind of maybe noticing some things. So what they're doing is they're pulling you back in. So the release of the tension can draw you closer to the narcissist, and soon you become addicted to this so-called passion that really is just tension and anxiety release. And it's not the care and the respect that you're receiving from the narcissist. It's more about this push and pull dynamic that actually you are now have got addicted to. They're giving you very little in return. The addiction and craving for sex from the narcissist will basically convince you that this is a passionate, this is a very loving connection. And what will happen, it will allow you to look past the harsh reality of their abuse and manipulation. And the reason for that is because actually what they are doing is they're using sex as a manipulation tool. So like I said earlier, when they feel that you are pulling away from them, they will try and draw you closer to them. They will try and make you feel like you crave them, like it's only them that you want. And it isn't that. They're basically deepening this betrayal bond, this trauma bond that you feel with the narcissist. And psychologically and emotionally, you become attached deeper to the narcissist. It is easy to tell yourself that sex isn't just a tool because we don't look at it like that. Like, we can't really fathom and understand the way that actually how do narcissists use sex as a tool of manipulation. Like, to me, that's really just bizarre, and probably to you, you're probably thinking this is just weird. But actually, this is what they do. And the way that it is used as a manipulation tool, if you really think about it, what sex or intercourse really is, it's a symbol of love and connection. It is a way to kind of bond with your partner. It's an expression of love. So when you do have those intimate moments with your partner, this is more about bonding. This is about creating that connection, showing each other how much you really love each other or you really like each other. So this is the connection that I'm talking about. But when this is used in a more manipulative way, the tension that you don't get this intimacy from the narcissist, you get breadcrumbs, you don't get much. So when you then become frustrated or when you feel like you're pulling away, the narcissist will feel that. And they will do what they can to try and draw you back in because they need you. They need your attention. They need your validation. So they'll use sex as a way of controlling you. They'll use it as a tool to try and connect back to you. Although it's not genuine and it isn't something that the narcissist would genuinely use, but it's more that you have been manipulated by them. And this sort of someone who lies to you and causes huge amounts of pain, the narcissist has nothing really to offer you that will fulfill your emotional needs. They will offer you sex for their own advantage, using your body to relieve them of their anger, the tension, and to feed their ego. This in itself is manipulating you into thinking that you are special, that you are someone that the narcissist wants. And of course, we all want to feel desired. We all want to feel wanted. So the narcissist knows that, because remember, they're not going to show themselves in a vulnerable way. They're not going to show their emotions because they then feel like they are vulnerable. And it's all about a power play. So they will try and initiate this to get the power, because that's what it's about. It's a release of tension, a fulfillment for their ego. To know that they have still got you, to know that you're not going to pull away, to know that they still own you. So they will ultimately want to pull you back into this dynamic, because it's getting you to think that actually you are still wanted by the narcissist. You are not feeling the same way. You are not on the same page. They are reading your behavior and feeding you lies. This is not just a sexual relationship that has started, but this is a build-up of emotional manipulation foreplay. Your emotions and ability to think is clouded by the fake sexual energy that they are giving you. The reason that this sexual relationship can be so complicated is because you have the narcissist who does not feel any emotions or any empathy. They're not connected to themselves. And they don't really know who they are. And you have yourself who is needy and reliant on the narcissist for validation. But remember, they have made you this way. It's not that you have developed this, they have made you this way. So all sense of clarity and perspective you might have had has been stolen or taken away by the narcissist, basically through their manipulation and their abuse over time. Because of this, it is only normal that you put an emphasis on sex for connection. And you really want that, because that's the only way that you have found that bonding with a narcissist works. It's a physical way of actually showing some sort of connection, some sort of intimacy, some sort of real, genuine emotion. And when this is the only thing that you are receiving from this person, that gives you an indication that you are desired, that you are wanted. So what is happening here is that you are being starved of love and affection. So what happens is you convince yourself that sex is everything, because it is all that you're getting at this moment. And when really what this is about is a very small portion of a healthy relationship. That actually you're not getting your needs met. And that this is very painful. It is very painful. And to have the realization of actually what this sexual connection or this sexual chemistry that you are experiencing with a narcissist really is, it is a really painful realization. You see, your body is starved of attention. That the shock of being touched affects your mind or your body, which will register any physical touch as an outstanding kind of demonstration of passion and love. Because it has been taken away from you so much that you can't understand it, you don't feel it from this person. This is why it becomes such a big deal for you. And it is vital for you to continue to remind yourself that the rest of the relationship is damaging and unhealthy. This sexual relationship cannot be used to keep the false belief that this is a healthy and loving relationship. Sex here is falsified, and it's a lie, because the sense of love fools you basically towards them. When you lie to yourself and you deceive yourself into thinking that this is anything more, what you're doing is you're looking for an excuse to make this relationship right, to make this situation feel right. If you really look at it, it is really toxic for you, and you know, you have the power over your thoughts. And this is about you changing your mindset and really seeing it for what this really is. And when you do that, you will start to change your life. Okay, you've got to remind yourself that this isn't love. This isn't a healthy connection. This is not a good relationship. And they are using sex to control you. They are using sex to lure you back into the manipulation. And as soon as you can understand that the narcissist will be using sex to keep you in control of you, and it's not just you, it is anybody, because they don't look at sex, or they don't understand sex in the same way that me or you do. So you see, my friends, sex and intimacy is used against you. It's used as a manipulation. It's used as a tool to try and get you to stay. It keeps you prisoner, basically. And that's how narcissists view or see relationships or emotions. So guys, I really hope that this video helps. It's not an easy subject to really try and understand. There is so much that is at play here. There is so much that's going on here. But really, if you think about it, sex and intimacy is very much cemented in the connection to self. So if you're not connected to yourself, if you don't really understand you, then how can you then give that connection and love to others? Ultimately, it all starts with yourself. So I really hope that this video gives like greater understanding into what's going on here. And if you are someone that might be going through something like this, please know that I offer one-to-one support. Please see the description box below. And if you are someone who has experienced this and would like to work through it, please know that I also have the Journal Club. Please see the description box below for more details. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and I really hope this video helps. See you in the next video. Goodbye.